How did this client attract two new clients in just a 20-minute call? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what we did and what happened. So, this beautiful, beautiful transformation of a client saying, I've stopped justifying myself and my thoughts to those around me, which then this small, impactful, tiny transformation was actually led to her attracting two new clients and consistently showing up for herself and her business even a year later, more than a year later, actually, since our session. So what had happened was this client felt a lot of resentment. She just knew that she just had this feeling of resentment, not just a self-resentment, but also towards the community online, which she's a part of. This client is a business owner, an entrepreneur, and she markets herself online on social media. And so before working together, she really knew that this feeling of resentment was impacting her because not only is she not wanting to be engaged and had this feeling of resentment towards other people in her community, but at the same time, she knew that this led to a lot of scarcity thoughts. And we know that when we focus on a lot of these scarcity thoughts, that's exactly what we'll get in our business and in our life, right? And so she wanted to really release this and work on this. And so we did. She booked a 20-minute limiting belief buster call, which I offered way back then. And because of this, she had transformed. And so what we did within this 20 minutes was that we really got into her internal experience of this resentment. And as we know, when we focus our attention internally, especially through our emotions, that's where the magic happens. That's where the answers start to materialize, right? And so throughout the session, we really just focus on her internal experience, which she found eventually linked back to all of these pent-up emotions of resentment that she had unknowingly carried for decades. And so during the session, this particular client expressed a lot of unconscious metaphors. She was very much into the emotions in her body, and we really focused her experience on what is going on internally at that present moment. And because of this, she was able to not only find the root of why she was feeling this way, she was also able to process the pent up resentment that she was unknowingly holding onto in her body. And when she was able to process it and really release all of that shit, that's when the path became clear, right? We know that when we are clouded by emotions, we cannot think straight. We cannot clearly see the path in front of us. And so when she was able to really feel into and release all of these emotions, she was able to see the path clearly in front of her. And because of this, she was able to know exactly what actions she needed to take in her business and exactly how she needed to show up herself, what she needed to say, how she was going to respond to other people. And because of this, because she changed her identity, because she changed and transformed how she behaved, and because the old resentment that she had kept in her body that was affecting her habits and behaviors were now gone, she was able to clearly see that she was able to take the action required for her to receive the new clients. So nothing overly that just makes sense, right? There's like when you look at the chain of events as to releasing the emotions, having a clear path ahead of us. And because of this, we are naturally able to take action to help us get the clients, to help us gain the momentum, to help us show up as ourselves, to really attract the people who are meant for our service. That just makes sense, right? And it happens. It can definitely happen. This is not just with the only client that this has happened to. This has happened to all of my clients who have had these 20-minute sessions where this small, tiny shift really affected a lot of the areas in their lives in a meaningfully more profound way, where it actually becomes an identity shift. And that is because of the conversational hypnosis principles that she experienced within this call. And even up until this date, this client is still showing up unapologetically as herself. She is actually just saying what she needs to say, what comes through her. She started a podcast, really amazing things that are happening that she intended during our call are now happening in real time. So super, super excited for this because this is a lasting result. So like I said, it's been more than probably a year and a half now since we had this session. And all of this momentum happened because of just that 20-minute call. So do you want an epic transformation like this? The answer is yes, then great, because I'm currently offering rocket speed breakthrough calls, 20 minutes, same as this, for any limiting belief and for this client, limiting emotion that you know is holding you back from truly ending the year strong and starting this momentum for you to have an extremely epic 2024. Because we know that what we do now affects what we do 90 days from now, 90 days from now, which is the start of 2024. So we get to start today. And that's why this call is being offered to you today. Are you going to set yourself up for success in 2024? And if you do, these calls are going to be laser quick. It's going to help you to no longer allow yourself to be negatively affected by your emotions. You are no longer going to allow your emotions to negatively affect how you show up in your business, how you take action. And because of this, you are going to naturally just take the action required for you to have consistent clients and consistency within your business moving forward, starting today. And so this is a birthday offer because it was my birthday a few days ago. So this offer is only valid for 1 week. So until the 19th, and only 9 spots are available at its current price of just $97. So grab it while it's hot. The link will be in the description below. And if you have any questions at all, let me know. I will see you soon.